Batwoman number 9, written by J.H. Williams III and W. Hayden Blackman, art by Trevor McCarthy. We are still doing the multi-threaded story thing where it's jumping around in time. So the right now story last left off with Soon attacking Falchion, who I guess is her brother, I think. And yeah, she betrayed him. So this issue picks up with Batwoman and Soon both teaming up to fight against Falchion. There's some back and forth where he's like, "Oh, you've betrayed me, Soon. How dare you?" And Batwoman's like, "Oh, we just care about getting those kids to safety," and blah, blah, blah. But eventually Soon manages to drop some DEO branded shadow bombs, which just make the entire room instantly and completely dark. Soon and Batwoman manage to get in contact with each other, and they put on some goggles that they're able to see through it. But they're like, okay, well, he could be anywhere, so be on the lookout. Then we cut over to Jacob Kane's story 1 week ago, and he's awakening in the hospital to the sound of Beth's heart monitor going flat. And he's freaking out, telling her, "Oh, you gotta fight, you gotta be like your cousin Kate." And eventually the doctors start escorting him out of the room so that they can, save Beth's life. Then we cut to Morrow's story 2 weeks ago, and Morrow is with Killer Croc standing on the shore of the place where La Llorona was put to rest at the end of the last arc. And basically he's just saying, like, "Hey, look, I lost one of my agents. I need to get her back." So she brings La Llorona back from the dead again, and it's like, you can't just go. I didn't tell you can go. The bell does not dismiss you. Come back here. And yeah, so now he's got her back under control again. Maggie's story 3 nights ago, we see that she's on a yacht where Falchion is actually hosting the party. It's some sort of big ball thing going on. And they're just talking briefly. It doesn't, like, she's kind of interrogating him, but not, like, super hard. And he picks up on it. He's like, "Are you interrogating me?" She's like, "Oh, sorry, force of habit at work." And, but then as they go into the main part of the yacht, they see Kate and Soon descending the stairs out of costume, and Maggie gets a little bit jealous because she has no idea who Soon is, and she's like, "Excuse me, who is that?" And also Soon is wearing a mask, so that's why Maggie doesn't recognize her from last issue. And she's like, "Oh, I don't know, some musician that chatted me up in line at the bathroom. So what are we doing?" And Maggie gets a call from Bullock about a kidnapping, and she's like, "Well, now hold on, Maggie. Like, do we have to go do our job? Like, do you have to do your job right now?" She's like, I know, but, like, let me make it up to you." And she's like, "All right, I guess." And so they kiss and they go on their way. Chase's story 4 days ago, we see how they managed to get onto that ship, and basically a helicopter over top of Falchion's yacht, and they're trying to figure out a way in. Soon saying, like, "There's no way. Like, every way that you have access to his thing is completely covered. He has, like, magical spells going on to make sure that you can't access." And she's like, "All right, well, then we need in like a more inconspicuous way where he doesn't know we're coming until we're already there." And as he's trying to get answers out of Soon, Agent Chase, like, dangles her off the edge of the helicopter saying, like, "Tell me where I can get in." And so she points out the yacht and says, "That's it. You got to be on there as, like, a guest sort of thing." And apparently Kate, being the socialite that she is, she was invited to a gala that's going to be going the next night. So Chase is like, "All right, the two of you are going to go to that gala, and you're going to break in, you're going to find whatever we need to get down into the central part of the base." And Kate's like, "She doesn't get to see my secret identity. What the hell's wrong with you?" And she's like, "She can and she will. Get over it." So then we go back to Kate's story, which is the same night as Maggie's story at the gala. And they're in Falchion's room, and they're like, "Why are there no guards or anything?" It's like, "I told you, he put up massive security. He's not expecting anybody to be able to get past magic spells. So we're probably going to be fine in here." But they're looking through his room, and they come across a chest that has a pretty difficult lock. And while Kate is jimmying it, basically Soon has her little thing of, like, "Oh, my brother sold me to become Falchion's lieutenant," and blah, blah, blah. Just going through her whole backstory. But it's obvious that she is she's like, I don't want to work for Falchion anymore. I don't want to work for the DEO. I want to work with you, specifically Kate. So hitting on her a little bit. But finally, they get into the chest and they see a map to get down into the central facility, where we pick up in today's story, where Batwoman and Soon are still in the darkness, and Falchion is also able to see them as well. So he comes at him with his sword. They just start attacking him, and then eventually Soon shoots another arrow into him, and Batwoman plants a small explosive, as far as I can tell, into his eye, to which, of course, it explodes, and it's kind of hard to tell. He almost looks cybernetic, but I can't tell, honestly. But anyway, Soon got injured during the fight, and Batwoman goes to check on her, and she's like, hey, are you okay? And then Soon just gets up and kisses Kate. And that's where we leave off of. After all that, oh boy, got a love triangle. This was okay. This was fine. I don't know. I think I said last time, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I'm really tired of this multi-threaded thing, because it's just, like, the Jacob Kane stuff specifically just seems really out of place, as well as the Morrow story. I know it's all probably leading to something, but I'm sick of it, especially because they know it's confusing, because they're saying how many nights ago it was. And if it were a thing of, I was reading this all at once and could keep track of, like, okay, this is Tuesday, this is last Wednesday or something like that, maybe it would work better. But I'm reading this month to month, and by the time that I get to the next issue, I'm like, I don't remember what 3 days ago was in comparison to all the other events. So yeah, I'm already going to be docking points for the fact this narrative device is still going on. I think it might be done. Never mind, I looked ahead, it's not. So keep docking points for that. But art's fine. It's got some cool page layouts in terms of, there's like a 3-page spread in here that you can't really appreciate unless you are looking at the whole thing all at once. It makes a giant bat symbol. But yeah, no, story-wise, it's just, all right, whatever. I feel like we have to be close to the end because Falchion is quote-unquote dead, but we'll see where that goes. So overall, 6.5 for this. And yeah, not much more to really say on it.